If a woman is actually attracted to you, her natural behaviors will usually reveal it, regardless of how hard she tries to hide it. Have you ever caught her stealing looks only to hastily look away and maybe even blush when you notice? Every phrase, smile, and gesture could be a hint that you're the one she's thinking about all the time. But how do you read these subtle cues, and what does Stoic philosophy from antiquity have to do with modern dating? We'll look at 11 clear indicators in this video that she is thinking about you all the time and wants your attention. If you're attracted to her, this video is essential because it could serve as your roadmap for developing a deep and lasting relationship. We'll examine these indicators through the intriguing prism of Stoicism, giving you greater insights into her actions. Remember to like this video and watch our channel for more enlightening videos about relationships and self-improvement. If you felt this video was useful, please share it with someone you think will benefit from it. You can also leave a comment below to share your opinions with us. Your input is really valuable to our community. So let's get going. Number 1. When her eyes betray her. When you're around a woman who's constantly thinking about you, her eyes will be the first to reveal her true feelings. Imagine you're at a social gathering, and you notice her eyes tracking your every move. It's as if she's magnetically drawn to you, unable to avert her gaze even when you catch her looking. She might quickly glance away, trying to appear nonchalant, but those lingering looks unmistakably show that her thoughts are entirely centered on you. In contrast, a woman who sees you merely as a friend won't spend time looking your way. She won't be fixated on you in that manner. However, if she can't stop herself from sneaking glances at you, often looking away bashfully when caught, it's a clear indication that her mind is preoccupied with thoughts of you. Eye contact is a primal way for humans to feel connected. Those burning looks she casts your way aren't just innocent glances. They trigger powerful bonding chemicals in her brain, flooding her with feelings of closeness. The longer she drinks in the sight of you, the stronger those sensations of desire become. It's like her eyes are windows into the depths of her attraction, revealing emotion she may not even fully realize herself yet consider this scenario. As you converse in a cafe across from her, you notice that her eyes are locked on your face, almost as if she's trying to memorize every detail, and that she swiftly glances away when you meet her gaze. This isn't because she's uninterested. Rather, it's likely that she's fantasizing about spending more time with you. Her intense, almost magnetic gaze suggests that she's thinking about you, which is igniting a strong desire for a deeper relationship. In the Stoic philosophy, it can be insightful to observe small indications and keep composure. By monitoring her eye contact and remaining cool, you can gain an understanding of her feelings without drawing hasty judgments. If you notice her eyes lingering on you, it's likely that she spends countless waking hours imagining what it would be like to be yours. This realization can give you confidence, but remember to stay humble and considerate, just as the Stoics teach. Balance your emotions and approach the situation with a clear mind and open heart. By recognizing and understanding these visual cues, you can gain deeper insights into her emotions. This patient observation reflects the Stoic practice of mindfulness, helping you stay grounded and perceptive. The next time you notice her staring at you, interpret it as a sign of her growing interest and affection. Use this information to create a real and meaningful connection based on mutual respect and understanding. Her eyes are not just a reflection of her current feelings, they are also a window into her subconscious desires and thoughts. Comprehending the second in Stoicism, we learn that our thoughts and actions are connected, and this connection can extend to how we interact with others. When a woman mimics your language and behaviors, it's her subconscious way of aligning with your energy and seeking your approval. Have you ever noticed how someone might start to imitate your way of speaking, or even your body language? This is known as mirroring, and it's a powerful indicator that she's thinking about you and trying to connect on a deeper level. Imagine you're on a date and you lean slightly forward while talking. After a few moments, you notice she also leans forward. This is mirroring in action. It may be so subtle that it's almost imperceptible, but from an evolutionary psychology perspective, it's a clear sign that she's in tune with you and wants to create a sense of unity. Mirroring facilitates connection building. Because it fosters a sense of shared experiences and understanding, people naturally draw toward others who resemble them in some manner. When she imitates your behavior, she is unconsciously attempting to build this connection. She may assume a similar posture if you cross your arms, or if you sit with one knee crossed over the other. Her mind is attempting to form a connection with you by coordinating with your actions, so this isn't just random. Pay attention to the way she speaks. If you use a certain phrase or slang, she might start using it as well. If you have a particular speech rhythm, she might start matching it. This mirroring of language shows that she is paying close attention to you and is actively participating in the conversation. You can tell if she is paying close attention by observing how she mimics your facial expressions. For example, when you smile, does she smile back? When you look surprised, does her face reflect the same emotion? This synchrony is a blatant indication of her stoic emotional connection to you. Gaining insight and understanding of these habits can assist you in navigating relationships with greater wisdom and understanding. The Stoic principle of interconnectedness, which illustrates how our presence and actions affect those around us, can be brought to mind when you recognize mirroring. The more mirroring you notice, the more drawn she is to you in an attempt to build a closer, more personal bond. By recognizing these subtle cues, you can better understand her feelings and respond in a way that fosters a genuine connection. Keep in mind that Stoicism emphasizes acting in a way that is consistent with our ideals. Seeing and valuing these mirrored cues will assist you in creating more robust, genuine connections founded on respect and understanding. Thirdly, while practicing Stoicism, she displays apprehensive actions. We must learn to recognize and interpret the small cues that surround us. One indication that a woman is considering you is the manifestation of worried behaviors. Imagine you're having a conversation with a woman and you notice she frequently plays with her hair or bites her nails. While these actions might seem significant, they are actually her body's way of dealing with the nervous energy that comes from her attraction to you when she can't fully relax and resorts to restless movements. These small, often unconscious behaviors can indicate her preoccupation and emotional excitement when she's near you. Imagine you're sitting across from her at a coffee shop, and she's constantly twisting a ring on her finger as you talk. It's obvious that she finds you exciting and unsettling. Taps her foot beneath the table or gives her skin a gentle stroke. These nervous habits are a way for her to channel her nervous energy and maintain some level of comfort. From a psychological perspective, these repetitive motions are not random. Rather, they are her subconscious attempts to manage the stimulation she feels from your presence. Her actions are a direct response to the heightened emotions she feels when she, by paying attention to and comprehending her actions, you can learn more about how she feels and how you affect her. For instance, if you notice that she fidgets with her jewelry or adjusts her hair frequently when you're together, interpret this as a sign of her interest and excitement. This knowledge enables you to respond to her actions in a way that embodies Stoic principles. Your calm demeanor will put her at rest, making your interactions more comfortable and pleasurable overall. In other words, identifying and comprehending these nervous tendencies will strengthen your bond. When you're around a woman who is thinking about you all the time, her eyes will be the first to reveal her true feelings. For instance, you could be at a social gathering and notice that her eyes are following you around, indicating that you are paying attention and are aware of her subtle cues, which can further strengthen the bond between you. So the next time you notice these little behaviors, remember that they are not just random tics, but a window into her thoughts and feelings about you. Eye contact is a primal way for humans to feel connected, and those burning looks she casts at you aren't just innocent glances. They trigger powerful bonding chemicals in her brain, flooding her with feelings of closeness. On the other hand, a woman who sees you merely as a friend won't spend time looking at you, nor will she be fixated on you in that manner. When you sit across from her in a coffee and you notice that her eyes aren't just focused on your face but locked in almost as if she's trying to memorize every detail, it's not because she's uninterested. Rather, it's likely that she's imagining what it would be like to be closer to you and share more moments together, adhering to the Stoic philosophy. The longer she drinks in the sight of you, the stronger those sensations of desire become. She may not even fully realize herself. Keeping your cool and paying attention to small signs might help you understand how she is feeling without making snap judgments. You can learn a lot about her emotions by simply studying her eye contact. This thoughtful insight illustrates how the Stoic practice of mindfulness keeps you sensitive and grounded. If you see her eyes lingering on you, it's likely that she imagines what it would be like to be yours for countless hours of the day. This realization may boost your confidence, but keep in mind to maintain your dignity and consideration, just as the Stoics teach, and handle the situation with an open heart and a clear head. The fourth way a woman shows her interest in you is by asking about your hobbies and interests. This is a sign that she is thinking about you. It goes beyond casual conversation and shows that she is curious about your inner life and what makes you tick in terms of Stoic philosophy. This can be interpreted as an attempt to connect with you on a deeper level by appreciating who you are as an individual, rather than just your appearance or status. For example, if you are talking about your favorite book or a hobby, she keeps asking you more detailed questions about it. These aren't merely kind inquiries. Tell me what you liked best about that book and how you got started with that pastime. They demonstrate her sincere curiosity about what draws you joy, and your enthusiasm for this type of engagement show her wish to relocate. In order to go beyond casual conversations and establish a genuine connection, picture the following scenario. You express that you like hiking, and instead of merely responding, "That's cool," she might inquire as to what your favorite hike was or what you like best about being in nature. Her inquiries demonstrate her mental investment in your experiences and her desire to know why these pursuits are meaningful to you. This is consistent with the Stoic idea of connecting with people on a deeper level by concentrating on their inner lives and character. A key component of leading a moral life is getting to know and connect with others. You can do this by asking them about their interests and hobbies. When she asks these pointed questions, realize that it's her way of expressing her concern and her commitment to getting to know the real you. This deeper level of interest and engagement is a strong sign that you're occupying her thoughts and that she wants to build a meaningful relationship with you based on mutual understanding and genuine interest. Number 5. Her curiosity and effort to get to know you better indicate that she values you not just as an acquaintance but as someone she wants to understand deeply and build a connection with. Imagine this. She giggles excessively at your jokes. She laughs out loud at your joke, which seems like an overly exuberant and extravagant response. This overly dramatic reaction indicates that she is deeply touched by your presence and wants to impress you, not only because she found the joke funny. Her amusement, even at your most mature jokes, may be an indication that she is thinking of you and cherishing your bond in the context of Stoicism. We recognize that people frequently behave in ways that are reflective of their underlying needs and feelings. For example, a lady may laugh uncontrollably at your jokes in an attempt to build rapport and get approval. Laughing is a representation of intimacy and compatibility, two important aspects of any relationship. When someone laughs heartily at your hilarious remarks, she is not only laughing back but also strengthening the bond between you two. Take this example, for instance. From a Stoic perspective, it's important to recognize this behavior without allowing it to inflate your ego too much. Understand that her exaggerated laughter is a reflection of her feelings and desire to connect with you. It's her brain's way of making sure she doesn't miss an opportunity. During a casual conversation, you tell a simple, somewhat cheesy joke. Instead of receiving a polite chuckle, she laughs heartily, her eyes sparkling with delight. This reaction may seem exaggerated, but it's a powerful indication of her interest psychologically. She craves the validation of your humor because it makes her feel closer to you. This uncontrollably joyful behavior stems from a desire to laugh at your joke and be near you. The next time she laughs a little too loudly at your jokes, take it as a compliment and realize that it's not just about the humor. It's about her wanting to create a special connection with you. She's trying to boost your ego and make you think of your dynamic as something truly special. She wants you to see the connection you share as something extraordinary in her mind. She grooms herself. Have you ever noticed how she smooths her hair, adjusts her clothing, or checks her makeup when you're around. These seemingly small and unconscious actions are significant signs that she's thinking about you. If you've made it this far, and you're still with us, I invite you to pause for a moment and share your thoughts in the comments below or simply type, "Bravo." Your participation underscores your connection with our message. Let's move on to number 6. When a woman engages in these priming rituals, such as smoothing her hair, adjusting her clothes, or checking her appearance, it's a clear indication that she is acutely aware of your presence. This behavior stems from our evolutionary roots, where appearing attractive and well-groomed was essential for attracting a mate in ancient times. These actions were vital for survival and reproduction, and they still hold significant meaning today from a Stoic perspective. Let's dive into this fascinating phenomenon and how it ties into Stoicism and understanding human nature. Famous Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius highlighted the significance of comprehending human nature and the reasons behind people's actions. You can learn more about a woman's feelings and nonverbal cues by identifying her grooming habits. For instance, at a social gathering, you might notice a woman who piques your interest by regularly touching her hair or fiddling with her outfit when she's close. These are not random actions, are motivated by her irrational desire to seem more appealing in your eyes. She's practically getting ready for courtship even if she's not completely aware of it. Realizing this can empower you because it's not just about realizing that she might be interested in you. It's also about understanding the typical human reactions and behaviors that motivate these actions. Her subconscious drive towards you is stronger the more prominent and regular these priming actions are. This is a sign of her anxiousness and a habit that has been ingrained in her to increase her chances of piquing your interest. Remember to maintain composure and self-awareness while you pay attention to these indications, exhibiting the Stoic values of emotional restraint and self-awareness. Understand the evolutionary and psychological roots of these behaviors, and view them through a Stoic lens to better appreciate the subtle dynamics of human attraction. In summary, involuntary grooming is a powerful sign that a woman is thinking about you and is interested in gaining your attention. Acknowledge your actions, but don't let them dictate your feelings or reactions. Instead, use this knowledge to navigate your interactions with confidence and clarity. Pay attention to these signs, yet never lose your inner equilibrium or serenity. This strategy will improve your comprehension of her interest while fortifying your own Stoic behavior. In relationship number 7. When you see a woman making up stories to strike up a conversation at random, she always finds an excuse to talk. From a Stoic standpoint, this behavior can be considered as her natural way of seeking connection, reflecting her inner thoughts and feelings. It's a powerful indication that she's thinking about you. Her seemingly insignificant interactions, such as when she asks you a trivial question about the copier when you're at work, and she knows exactly how to use it, or when she sends you a message seeking advice on something she could easily figure out on her own, are her way of creating opportunities to interact with you. She might also inquire about your plans for the weekend. Even though she has no particular reason to know, she uses these brief exchanges to get your attention and establish a connection. Through Stoicism, we develop the ability to watch events objectively and comprehend the motivations behind them. Her persistent willingness to speak with you, even about unimportant subjects, indicates that she wants to connect with you on a deeper level. It's not about the conversation's subject matter, but rather the act of speaking. She cherishes the time she spends with you, therefore these exchanges are important to her. For example, she might ask you about a movie you discussed weeks ago, or ask you for your opinion on something unimportant. These are not careless questions. Rather, they are intentional attempts to start a conversation and keep you interested. Her actions are motivated by a deeper emotional need. She struggles to keep you off her mind and finds comfort in your interaction. This tendency to fabricate reasons for communication highlights her effort to create a bond and the impact you have on her thoughts. Keep in mind that every conversation she initiates is an opportunity for her to feel connected to you. It's a way for her to selfishly monopolize your time and mind share, even if it seems insignificant. By recognizing these signs, you can better understand her feelings and the depth of her interest in you. 8. She recalls. Small print. When a woman routinely recalls the small things of your life, it's not just that she has a terrific memory. This is one of the most obvious signals that she is thinking about you. When she remembers little details or inside jokes you had, it shows that she is thinking about you a lot and that she actually cares about the things that are important to you in the Stoic philosophy. It's about her being genuinely interested in you and appreciating your shared moments. Fundamental ideas include appreciating what's significant and living in the present. A woman demonstrates that she is not only listening to you, but also appreciating the little details of your life when she recalls your favorite snack, the name of your childhood pet, or even that obnoxious commercial jingle you can't stand. This type of attentiveness is a sign of respect and suggests a deeper emotional connection. Consider this scenario. A few weeks later, she surprises you with the exact same type of ice cream. You casually say that your best childhood memory is of eating strawberry ice cream at the park with your family. This tiny gesture is not only considerate, it's an indication that she pays attention to you and values the information you offer. She has made the extra effort to remember and take action on something that makes you feel special. From a Stoic standpoint, these moments of joy represent a substantial investment in your partnership. Her ability to recall and bring up these minor facts shows that she loves your words and experiences her brain. Stoicism advises us to focus on what we can manage and to embrace the importance in our connections with others. She marks even seemingly unimportant things about you as valuable enough to mentally bookmark. This attention to detail indicates how emotionally invested she is becoming in you, and it also demonstrates how attuned she is to your likes, dislikes, and peculiarities. Attempting to establish a deeper connection with you when a woman recalls and acknowledges the little things about you, she's expressing non-verbally that you hold a special place in her mind. It's a means of expressing to her how essential your experience is together, no matter how insignificant they may seem. By accepting and valuing these gestures, you build a relationship built on mutual respect and an awareness of the fundamental ideas of Stoic philosophy. Number 9, she elevates positivity. Have you noticed that she seems exponentially happier, cheerier, and more prone to giggles when you're around? Her attention to detail provides a profound insight into her feelings, suggesting that she values and cherishes her connection with you. This level of detail and care is a testament to her budding emotional investment, signaling that you mean a lot to her. Her generally positive demeanor can signal her joyful excitement simply from being in your presence. This behavior is not just a surface-level reaction. Rather, it's deeply rooted in our evolutionary past. Our ancestors attracted mates by projecting optimism through smiles, laughter, and lively body language. These behaviors are intricately entwined with our psychological mating rituals. When a woman can't stop laughing and smiling around you, it betrays her subconscious love your company. Those effervescent moments reveal her true emotions, which she might be attempting to hide. Let's break this down with an example. Suppose you're both at a social gathering with friends. You crack a joke and she laughs louder and more sincere than anyone else's. Throughout the evening, you notice her looking your way, her eyes brightening whenever you speak. Even when you're just chatting to others, her positivity seems to spike. This isn't just her being friendly. Rather, it's a sign that she's possibly thinking about you much more than she lets on from a Stoic perspective. Recognizing these subtle signals can help you navigate your interactions with greater wisdom and serenity. Stoicism encourages us to observe without getting unduly invested in the results. By living stoically, you can maintain a balanced perspective on the situation and acknowledge the delight she gives. But don't let her feelings control your own enjoyment. Recognize her increased laughing and positivity as markers of her feelings. The next time you see her laughing more around you, take it as a positive sign. Enjoy the moment but stay rooted in your Stoic principles. This balance will not only make you more appealing, but it will also help you navigate the complexities of relationships with wisdom and grace. Number 10. Since true Stoicism is about finding contentment within yourself regardless of external validation, remember that this approach not only makes you more attractive, but also ensures that your emotional well-being isn't tied solely to how others respond to you. She makes excuses to stay, which is a clear indication that she is thinking of you. For example, even though the evening is coming to an end and it's time to part ways, she appears hesitant to go, hanging around and even postponing the inevitable farewell. This behavior is not just casual. Rather, it indicates that she is genuinely engrossed in your company and doesn't want the interaction to end. This circumstance can be interpreted as a sign of people's innate need to connect and derive joy from meaningful connections. Stoicism teaches us to value real connections and treasure the moments of intimacy because they are brief and priceless. Recall an evening when you spent a wonderful evening with someone special. As the night goes on, you notice that she keeps coming back for small favors, like another cup of tea, a story to tell, or even just to sit in cozy silence. Her actions are not random. Rather, they are her strategy for prolonging her time with you. When she lingers, she is savoring every second and is hesitant to leave the bubble of warmth and happiness that your presence brings. Our brain finds it difficult to move on from a pleasurable experience because it would rather remain in that happy state. This is a normal reaction stemming from our urge to cling to happy memories. Her refusal to leave is an indication that she enjoys your company and finds pleasure in being with you. It's her way of hanging on to the relationship, if only for a little while longer. As someone who practices Stoicism, you can understand and respect her need for connection. In conclusion, when a woman finds reasons to stay, it's a sign that she is deeply engaged in thinking about you. Her actions reflect a desire to prolong the positive experience and maintain the relationship. Recognize the value in these moments and reciprocate with warmth and understanding. Engage with her, genuinely showing that you all also value the time spent together. This mutual appreciation can strengthen the bond between you. The link through a Stoic perspective, you may comprehend and value this, fostering a connection based on true affection and respect for one another. 11th. She calls or texts without explanation. A lady is thinking about you when she texts or calls you without seeming to have anything pressing to discuss or an update to provide. This is one of the most obvious indicators that she is thinking of you. From a Stoic standpoint, this is a potent indication of her interest and affection. It's as if her thoughts naturally gravitate towards you, compelling her to reach out even without a specific reason. For example, you're going about your day focused on your tasks when you suddenly receive a text from her that simply says, "Hey, just thinking about you," or "What's up?" These messages, while seemingly casual, are loaded with meaning. They reveal that you've crossed her mind and she couldn't resist the urge to connect. This is a testament to the concept of sympathia, which holds that we are all interconnected and influence each other's lives. You take up mental space in her mind so that she may provide a more specific illustration. Let's say you had a great conversation with her last night. The next day, she texts you a meme that reminded her of something you said, or she calls to ask how your day is going. These small gestures are not random. They are deliberate acts of reaching out because she wants to keep the connection alive. She might even ask seemingly minor questions just to hear your voice or get your attention. Remember, genuine connections are built on these small, consistent efforts. When she goes out of her way to text or call without a pressing reason, it's her way of saying you matter to her. It's a subtle yet profound way of showing that you occupy a significant place in her mind and heart. So the next time she texts or calls you just to chat or share a random thought, appreciate the gesture. It's not just about the message itself, but the underlying intent and emotion behind it. Recognize it as a sign that she's thinking about you and cherish these moments of connection. They are the building blocks of a deeper, more meaningful relationship bonus. Here are some Stoic-inspired tactics for guys to react wisely and constructively. Understanding how to interpret indicators that a woman is thinking about you is only half the problem. Knowing how to respond effectively is equally as vital. When you see a woman displaying tiny signs of interest, keep calm and centered. The most important thing to remember is to stay grounded. Stoicism encourages us to remain in our inner peace no matter what happens outside of us. Instead of allowing her curiosity to boost your ego or produce unnecessary excitement, acknowledge it with a serene appreciation. 2. Recognize her and express your sincere gratitude for her interest. If she texts or contacts you without a reason, react intelligently, participate in the discussion, and let her know how much you value the relationship. Even small gestures like, "It's nice to hear from you," or "I appreciate you reaching out," can have a big impact on fostering mutual respect and understanding. 3. Observe and consider. Give yourself some time to consider your feelings and objectives while you watch what she does. Do you think there could be a deeper connection between you and her? Are you as interested in her? Stoicism promotes self-awareness and thoughtful conduct. Consider your reasons and make sure your response is consistent with your actual sentiments and ideals. 4. Express yourself plainly and honestly. If you both have a mutual interest, let her know by your words and deeds. On the other hand, if you don't feel the same way, it's crucial to politely let her know so as to prevent pushing her toward stoicism. You should always act with honesty and integrity. 5. Mutually beneficial efforts. If you want to show her that you're interested in her, you can do this by striking up a conversation, recalling little information about her past, or looking for opportunities to spend more time with her. The foundation of a meaningful relationship is mutual effort. 6. Establish healthy limits while interacting with her. Make sure to uphold your own boundaries out of respect for her stoicism, which places an emphasis on moderation and balance. Make sure that you both move at a comfortable speed in order to maintain a polite and healthy relationship. Exciting finale. As we wrap up our exploration of the subtle art of feminine attraction, her prolonged look, her tense squirming, or the depth of her conversations, I hope the Stoic lens has exposed these 11 indications in a way that inspires you. If this movie has brought awareness to you or provided encouragement, each indication is a stroke in the portrait of her feelings for you. Fresh angles. Share the Stoic wisdom with our community by liking and subscribing to our channel. Your experiences are important to us, so please share your story in the comments section below. Perhaps you've seen these signs or you're the one sending them out, but the learning doesn't stop here. Explore the suggested videos on your screen right now, and let's continue this journey together. Thank you for being a part of our Stoic community. Keep in mind that every interaction is an opportunity to observe, learn, and grow. Until the next time, keep practicing the art of mindfulness. May your connections be profound and meaningful.